Hi. So, where I left off, it was in July, and I asked her a long-winded text or like a Snapchat actually, and it was like, you know, you you always said that like you wanted to be the leader in like the relationship and with you and Dave, and you guys would have been in good hands if you led the way. And I'm like, I can't help but really like how you are, and like we get along great, and I think we were attracted to each other. So like yeah. So what do you think? I'm not sure if you see me that way, but let me know. And she proceeded to not answer and act like it didn't happen, and I had plans for us to maybe hang out on her birthday, and she just didn't answer. So yeah, I found out she was with a group of people, and like I saw a picture of her with someone. So like, it's her life, her choice. What am I gonna do? And that's fine. I was her friend. I was glad to be her friend. So I went and like I just hung out with one of my friends, Kelly, and we had a history, like just friendship, and I guess I went for it, and you know it happened with her, with Kelly. And so like um Kelly had some issues with her home life, so I had her move in with like me, and everything was going good. Like like she has some mental problems, like borderline personality disorder, but she was like trying to be a good person, and I don't know, I can't really pinpoint um what her overall thing with life is, but like she yeah, like she was like needing friends, and like I mentioned Brittany. I was like, oh yeah, my friend Brittany, who I've hung out with a few times. Like lately, yeah, I think you'd get a lot from her. She has like great knowledge, a great personality, and like yeah, I noticed that Brittany didn't have many friends, so I was like, yeah, like you guys should maybe hang out, and like I think you'd learn a lot from her. She's an awesome person, and like she's like, oh yeah, she sounds cool, and like so I showed her like a picture, and she's like, oh, she's real pretty. I'm like, yeah, she had the same photographer as you. The one this one little larger gentleman. He actually passed. God rest his soul. But like yeah, we had the same photographer. And I showed her the pictures. Like, oh really? And Kelly like was like into like the polygamy thing, and I was like, oh, I'm like, oh, would you be into her? And stupid joke, but like I was kind of serious. But yeah, she's like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'd have to meet her. And I was like, oh really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I've actually had like a crush, or I think, for her for like 7-8 years, and this is like 3-4 weeks into like me and Kelly being together in like early August, and like that created a freaking rift like no other, and that was just maybe too much information, and she couldn't really handle it, and I feel real bad about hurting her like that. And all I was doing was being like really brutally honest, and it was a mistake I made. And so like the next like month or so was like the beginning and the end of like me and Kelly, like, and it was like kind of a rough, I thought, like roughest breakup of my life. And like I was just trying to like smooth it out, and I didn't want her to like leave and like have no place to stay. So like I was trying to like help her like stay where I was, and just things got too out of hand. And so like one day it was just a big fight, and like she said something about like my cat's like bowl, and like I just remember like I said something like smart or angry back, and I wasn't like happy about it. And all of a sudden I was walking away, I just got out of the shower, and something hits my back, and it's like cold and really hard, and like it breaks into pieces, and it was a dish. She threw a freaking plate at my back, and I was like, what the hell? And like yeah, it was really a first for me. I didn't know what to do, so I was like, what the hell? And like then she proceeded to get like a knife and like scissors, and cut my back a little, and I was like, what the hell? Like, and so I walked upstairs, like got like out of the scenario, and she walked outside with her with the knife in her hand, and like one of the neighbors saw. So the police contacted me later, and like yeah, they wanted to like have me press charges, and I like confirmed what happened, but like I didn't. Later that night they came to try to see if she was there, and I tried to warn her and told her they were there, and just to pretend she wasn't home, and it would go away in a few days, because it would have. She proceeded to think I was lying, and so she went upstairs, and the cop was right there, and for some reason she tried to get out of it, and like she maced the cop and me and her fell downstairs. It was this crazy like little scenario. So like the next like few weeks I was just like pretty down, cause that next day that happened that night, and the next morning I was driving home from a friend's house, like kind of rushing because she was going to pick up her belongings, and I just wanted to be there. And I got a DUI with marijuana, and like I was pretty like it's pretty low point for me, and I really like needed a friend, and I reached out to Brittany like days later, and like yeah, we talked, and like right away like the bad feelings I felt about like that like breakup, and like it hurt, like you know, like they like went away just like that. And she was like, why didn't you reach out to me? Where were you? You disappeared for like a month and a half, 2 months. And I was like, oh, well, after I saw you were with that guy, like I like randomly went and hung out with this girl Kelly, and I started dating her, and like, and then she like moved in real quick, and I didn't want that, but like she kind of like imposed her will, and like I didn't want to like, you know, be a bad guy, so I like tried it out, and I really tried to make it work with Kelly, like you know, like I'm older, and like I believe if two people like care or want to try to make it work out, that they do try, even with like the problems, and she didn't want to try, and that was fine with me. Like I didn't have those like the feelings that we were gonna grow together, and so like yeah, like Brittany like told me how she missed me, and she was like hanging out with friends here and there, and yeah, she didn't know what happened, and I like just told her, I was like, well, you know, she felt a certain way about you, and like didn't want me to hang out with you or like talk to you, so I didn't, and that was like me trying to be a respectful, good boyfriend, like and I thought it was, and I told her how I felt real bad about it, and like you know, and you know, I was honest, and we were back to, you know, hanging out again and like being close. I had even told her, I was like, you know, like literally like I wanted to be with you, I want to try to be with you, and she's like, oh well, I don't want to be a rebound and stuff, and like I didn't see it as a rebound, like she'd never be, she's no one's rebound, she's everyone's first choice in my opinion. So like you know, the next like you know, all of October we hung out here and there, and like, you know, a few times a week, and like I made plans with her like October 26th, and like she was fine to make them, and then she like canceled on me and like said, oh yeah, I was gonna hang out with the friend Joe and like watch the debate or something like that, and I was like, oh, but I thought we had plans, and like that's fine, like I was already on my way there, so like when I got there, like I saw her there with someone, and like they were like kind of like a little like, yeah, like it seemed intimate, and I was like, oh, and I didn't know what to say, so like I like left. I was walking back towards my car, and I had a blackout, like an anxiety attack, I think, and so like, you know, I took it how you take it, and like it was that, and I didn't mention it to her because it wasn't my business there at the time, and I felt like, oh, I should have just turned around and left, and I wouldn't have ever entered my like mind and stuff, but like nonetheless, I held nothing against her. I hung out with someone else to try to like, you know, get over that.